watching 28 Days with Sandra Bullock, the movie, and which I love that movie. And she was an alcoholic who ran over a lawn jockey and got sentenced to 28 days of rehab. So she had a 28-day program. And it struck me. I said, well, maybe I should come up with a 28-day program for myself. And that'll get me out of my funk. So that's how this book was born. I created a daily thing I had to do every single day leading up to this celebration of joy and happy. That was really just a springboard to getting past the depression. It didn't heal it, obviously, but it definitely got me out of that dark place that I just could not seem to get out of. So I want to share definitely the very first day, day one. And the way the book is broken down, in case you're not familiar with it, is it's broken down by acknowledgement, acceptance, forgiveness, and healing, kind of based on the 4 ways of healing. And I wanted to do that because it is a process, and we forget that it is a process. You don't just feel better. And it's okay when you don't. So I'm going to start with day one. And for those with sensitive ears, there's one cuss word in there. So me cussing. All right, so day one is what's really going on in purging. It's under acknowledgement. So day one, do you feel like shit? Are you pissed off all the time? And when you're not pissed off, are you crying for no good reason? I know, it sucks, huh? You're probably saying, what the hell is wrong with me? Well, you're human. Shocking, I know. You may have moments when it feels like everything is falling apart and your life has spiraled out of control. It's what you do in those moments that counts. Be honest about your feelings. I'm mad. I'm confused. I'm pissed off. I'm happy. Never feel guilty for feeling the way you feel. Ever feel guilty about feeling happy? I know some people do. When everyone around you is complaining about everything under the sun, don't you feel bad for feeling so good? You earned your happiness. So own it. So what's really going on? If you're having a hard time figuring out how you really feel, I want you to embrace the phrase, I feel uncomfortable. You don't feel bad, and you don't feel good. There is no bad or good. You just feel uncomfortable. And here's why. Feelings are neither good nor bad. They always have meaning. For those of you who work in an office and have a miscellaneous file, there is no such thing as miscellaneous. Everything means or is something. The same is true for our feelings, but sometimes it is hard to identify them. In that case, you are uncomfortable. During this latest financial meltdown, my business was not producing enough for me to maintain my regular bills or my mortgage, so I lost my house. My unemployment ran out twice, and as hard as I tried, I could not find a job to supplement the few training gigs I got. I couldn't even get a retail job during the holiday season. That was very true. Now you know that is crazy. I was sad and angry and frustrated, but mostly I was uncomfortable. At my core, I could still feel my happy, so I knew that I was basically okay. But I was going through a tough reality. After really owning my reality, I landed on uncomfortable, because it best described how I actually felt. When you own your reality, you are recognizing and accepting how things really are, good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't mean that you like it. It just means that you have acknowledged the truth and have decided to work from this place instead of the imaginary place that you wish you were. I identified my condition and diagnosed myself as happy but uncomfortable with a sprinkle of bipolar. See how that works? It's called purging. Purge. Yell, cuss, and cry. Get it out. Be honest with yourself about how you really feel. I ate junk, watched sad movies to make myself cry. I fussed until I was tired, and then once I got out the top layer of anger, I was calm enough to just face the reality of the situation and take action. I guarantee that once you do that, a weight will be lifted. You will instantly feel just a bit lighter. Try it right now. So that was day one. And that's just getting you out.
Les, I'd like you to, your definition of happy, because you've already said happy is a smiley face. So what do you mean when you say it?
My definition of happy is being your truest self all the time. Like, I giving, I'm selfless, but I'm also selfish, I'm a pain in the ass, I'm all of these wonderful things, all in one person. Yeah. And that's being truly happy. Yeah. Yeah. Recognizing your reality. Yeah. And still being okay with it. Wanted to share, day 8, under acceptance, it is kick the blues, don't feel depressed. But I'm not going to read the whole day. There's a poem in that day that I wrote because it expressed how I really felt. At that time, like I said, I had I'm losing my house, unemployment was running out, I was just upset. And I just needed to feel purposeful. And so I wrote a poem called I Washed My Car Today. And this is how it goes. I washed my car today because I needed to feel capable. My world feels so small and yet it weighs 5 tons and I am finally losing my grip. One fire after another, even my TiVo has turned on me and I finally get the disappointing sound from my mother's voice telling me that she can lend me money again. I keep a stiff upper lip but I feel like a failure. I fight back the tears but I cry in my sleep. I know this too shall pass, but when? I've given it to God and thank God He's helping because I think it would be easier to either turn tricks or kill myself, but I don't want to do that because even in the midst of this mess, I finally feel like I'm starting to live. I washed my car today. I washed my car today. So it's just, and that's one of the skills I give people when they just don't feel like things are working. Give yourself the smallest of tasks, something that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Start and finish it. And I'm telling you, it seems silly and small, like just doing the dishes and putting them away, or making your bed, or washing the car. It might sound silly, but you will feel capable. Like, I can do something. I can do something. So by listening to that and putting that into action, it really does help you to just feel better. And that's just so amazing. Yes?
Bessie, I don't think it's silly at all when you say the smallest little things. Why do I say that? So after breaking my leg, remember I told you, I put on my sock, my left leg, I couldn't believe it. I got up and said, yay!
Right!
The tiniest thing, like you said.
Tiniest thing. It's amazing, especially when you're just having a hard time, when nothing is working out for you, you gotta be able to start and finish something. Even if it's dishes, just do some dishes. It's the positive side, and that's what the blog was called. It's called The Positive Side of the Bad Stuff. And it truly is that. It's just looking at the stuff that comes up from a positive place. So all the highlights I have, I won't go through all of them, darn it, but for the sake of time. But there are a couple that I definitely want to share with you. We're Off to See the Wizard is one that I love. My favorite story is The Wizard of Oz of all time. The Wizard of Oz is my favorite movie. And so this is where this was inspired. One of my favorite movies is The Wizard of Oz. It occurred to me while facing a very challenging task this week that sometimes we come up against the wizard. The scene that popped in my mind was when Dorothy and crew go to the wizard to ask for help for Dorothy to get back home. He yells and belittles our heroes and finally gives them a task. Bring me the broomstick of the Wicked Witch of the West, and I'll grant your requests. Now go. I said go! Really good. My favorite movie, I've seen it like a million times. We are living in a gut check time in our history, and while some have made the misdiagnosis that it has never happened before, you must recognize that this is not new. But the primary difference is that instead of our parents shouldering the burden, now it's us in the hot seat of responsibility. This is when I kind of realized that, hey, I'm the grown-up in this situation. When did that happen? There are times in our lives when we must be completely naked before the world. Our most vulnerable position is uncovered and is at the mercy of decision makers. In those moments, even the most unshakable soul can feel intimidated, defeated, and exposed as a fraud. Living and being in the world brings crossroads. These crossroads can go by the name of divorce, death, eviction, bankruptcy, and unemployment. In those life moments, you inevitably must face the wizard. Go into those moments prepared. Do everything you can do, even if that is all you did the whole day or week. Stand your ground and don't give up. Even though Dorothy was scared, she still faced the wizard, trembling knees and all. And she took her friends with her for support. My experience in those moments have been of people in position, pontificating and puffing out their ego in an effort to make you feel smaller, which is actually a sign of their own insecurity. When standing before the wizard, always remember and don't ever forget that in spite of all that smoke and fire, when you pull back the curtain to see what's really going on, he's just a man. He's just a person that you're up against in the world. They're people just like you. So what I learned from that in that experience was that, they can pontificate and do whatever they want to do. You're a person, I'm a person. I don't care about your title, I don't care about your educational background, I don't care about any of that. You're a person, I'm a person. Period. So let's move from there. A couple others. Yeah, going deep is in this one. I love going deep. Going deep is really a conversation that came out of a Toastmaster. I was at Toastmasters with my friends here, and we were just talking about someone, David. Who's
My
our
buddy?
Yeah, your buddy.
Dwayne?
Dwayne. Oh yeah, shame on me. This dude, there are no words for this dude. This dude is so deep and just he's just amazing. And so we were kind of having a conversation about going deep, and it inspired this blog. I was talking with a friend of mine today, and we were talking about writing, more specifically telling our story. The personal aspects of our lives. Celebrities have done it, politicians have done it, artists have done it. They all have gone deep. What does that mean, going deep? Going deep means going to that place within that most of us run from. When you hear spoken word that touches you at your core, that poet probably went deep to share their innermost self. Sharing aspects of your deepest self leaves you raw, exposed, naked. When you decide to go deep, it will be the start of a level of healing that can't be measured. Once you go deep, you are free. But beware. When you decide to go on that journey, bake in some exits. You will need some self-care mechanisms like comfort food, time with friends, and isolation time. Also, know there is no turning back. Once you open Pandora's box, it's open. The risk is high, but the reward is great. I will share that I have not yet gone deep, but I am preparing for the journey. I may even have a title for my book, Happy Chick, One Chick's Way of Dealing with Life. Sound familiar? Everything I have ever done has led me to this point. I can feel my spirit freeing as I continue to grow. Memories are resurfacing, emotions are zigzagging, and I am seeing things so clearly that my needs are landing in my lap before I knew it. It's almost time for me to go deep. Like my many posts before, when I do, I will take you with me, but I'm strong enough to admit that I'm not ready yet. So, that's still true.